Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It's the man, the myth, the legend. You know the vibes. Welcome to Keep It Tickin' TV. Today we're gonna talk about Mesut Ozil. A lot of reports right now in the press talking about how Mesut might get offloaded in January, possibly. Uh, so I just want to sit and talk about just his career and if it's finished, over, where he might go, how I feel about Mesut. Uh, so we'll get into that. We'll get into that real soon. Hope everybody's been safe, been healthy. Hope your 2021 isn't too bad. And yeah, let's get into this. So, like I said, we're gonna talk Mesut Ozil today. And just to, before I get into any stats or, look at any articles, uh, just going off what I know of the guy, um, he's gotten frozen out from Arteta or by Arteta. Uh, and you know, they lacked creativity early on in the season, and I was wondering like what happened to Mesut, where he was at. Oh wait, here we go. Send that. What was it? Send that fluffy 18206 with the chat. It says send that shark tails looking mother back to Turkey. Hey, hey, I love it. I love it. Yeah, nah, I heard so one of the reports I heard was that a team in Turkey called like Fenerbahce or something um was going to pick him up, and he was going to go back there, back to his homeland. Even though he's German, he plays for the German national team. He's definitely Turkish. And yeah, so I saw reports that he was going to go back there. And that's kind of what brings me to make this stream, make this, have this show today. I think if he goes to that team in Turkey, I think his career is done. Um, going from the Premier League, going from La Liga on Real Madrid to the Premier League to Arsenal, that's just a down step as it is. And then to go from Arsenal down to Fenerbahce or whatever the team is in Turkey, however you say it, that would just be the nail in the coffin, in my opinion, for his career. And anybody that's a Mesut Ozil fan, I know a couple, or actually I only know one. I know a couple, but yeah, they definitely will not be happy to hear that news. There's also reports that I'm hearing that he might move to MLS, to DC United, which I think that'd be really interesting. I think that would be more lucrative for him. I think if he went to Turkey, to the Super League there, I think that'd be more like just to go back to his like hometown type thing. That'd be like more of like a end of your career type of thing. I think MLS would be a good move for him now because he's not even old. You know what I mean? Like he really isn't that old. He's only 32. You know what I mean? So 29 is usually a player's like peak, like 27, 28, 29, like in that range. So he's not that far on from then. You know what I mean? Like he definitely still has like a little bit of pace in him. So I could see him going to the MLS because like they do say it's like the retirement league, but like you do need a little bit of like pace in you, because it is the standards of the MLS are starting to get a little better. Um, yeah. So I think, yeah, Fluffy 18206 says it there. He couldn't agree more. I think that would be the better thing for him to do is, if he's gonna leave the Premier League, which I mean, I don't even think he has to leave the Premier League. You know what I mean? I think he could stay in the Premier League and still be successful. You know what I mean? Maybe he just needs to. I mean, we haven't really seen what he can do in this new Arsenal side. You know what I mean? They're running this 4-2-3-1 formation with Emil Smith Rowe in the hole in the number 10 position. So that's where Mesut would play. Um, I would like to see how Mesut could do compared to Emil Smith Rowe. I mean, Emil Smith Rowe, he's young as hell. I don't know how old he is exactly. I'm gonna guess like 18 or something. Let me look it up real quick. Um, He's 20. Okay, yeah. So Emil Smith Rowe is 20. You know what I mean? So if he can't get into a team over like a 20-year-old in that position, like then honestly he really doesn't deserve to be at Arsenal. You know what I mean? Like if he's going to stay in the Premier League, I'd say he's like a West Ham level. Like, you know what I mean? Like West Ham or um like a Southampton maybe. You know what I mean? Like mid-table team. Maybe like a Leeds he could thrive at. But I don't know. Like, I just don't know what's going on with him in the club. I don't know if Arteta has like something against him. You know what I mean? I know he is their like one of their highest paid players. So the fact that he isn't getting like any minutes is just beyond me. You know what I mean? Um, so I have a friend, my boy Ali Arsenal, who comes on here, Gauge the Sage. He comes on here and there and talks about this. Or he knows a lot about Ozil, more than me. So I'd love to get him on the show. Maybe if he joins the stream or something, we could bring him on to have his say. But yeah, like I was saying before, I think to answer the question of the stream, is his career finished? I think it would be over if he moved to Fenerbahce, or however you say the team's name, in Turkey. You know, that Super League team. I think his career would end. Like I literally could not respect the man like after he did that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I think Arsenal is doing just fine like without him, honestly, ever since they started doing that 4-2-3-1 formation. But I would like to see how he could thrive in this team, because I think he still is a baller. There's definitely still a baller in there, 100%. So I would like to see how he thrives in there. I do want to just take a look real quick at a couple couple news articles about uh, about Ozil, see what the press is saying. So right here we got Arsenal take out 120 million euro Bank of England loan to ease COVID-19 cash flow worries. Wow. Okay. So that might be another reason for them to offload Mesut. So maybe we will see Mesut go in this January just to get some cash flow in. Because I know Arsenal, I know their leading source of cash flow is match day revenue. You know what I mean? So people buying like food and concessions, just tickets, kit sales. So they make a lot of money through that. And ever since COVID-19, that's shut all that shit down. So they're definitely going to be hurting for money. So that'd be another reason I could see Mesut leaving. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But let's see. They also have they're saying his agent saying that his future is expected to be finalized in the next 10 days. Interesting. I wonder what's going to happen there. Yeah, Arteta is saying that'll be made in the next couple days. So we'll see what happens. Here you go, right here. The Fenerbahce transfer is close. I'm seeing a lot of talks about them wanting to sign him to the club. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, like I said before, I think Ozil is like a good player. I think he could stay in the Premier League. I think I just need to see more of him. Oh, here we go. We got actually a chat from Ali Arsenal. He says he's Turkish. He wouldn't care about his career anymore. His family has said before they've been looking at homes in Turkey. Interesting. The plug, Ali Arsenal with the transfer jobs. There we go, my boy. Yes, sir. You know the vibes. I love it. So okay. So we got the plug. We got the plug. He's saying that his family's looking at homes in Turkey. Okay, so I guess the Fenerbahce transfers looking on. I guess that's where Ozil's going. So that being said, in my opinion, yeah, Ozil's finished because that's literally a farmers league. People say that about like fucking the French league. It's a farmers league, this and that. But there's actually quality teams in that league. The most quality team that you're going to come across in like the Turkish league is like Istanbul, like Besiktas or whatever the fuck. And they're like, they just got founded in like 2004. You know what I mean? Like they're one of the best teams over there. This Fenerbahce team like isn't bad, but yeah, definitely it's going to be a huge level of just drop off, like a drop off in talent from the Premier League. So definitely in my opinion, if he goes there and if that finalizes in the next couple days, which we only have until the end of January for something to happen, I think he's just finished as a player, and I will lose all respect I've ever had for him. Even if Cristiano Ronaldo is like, oh yeah, the best person I've ever played with is fucking Mesut Ozil, this and that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's the best to ever pass me the ball. Like, Ronaldo, shut the fuck up. Like, I can never. If he does this, I'm done with him. I'm done with Mesut. Like, I just can't. I can't. Fluffy 18206. What's he got to say? He says it seems like the man just wants to play more than anything. So best of luck to him in Turkey. He'll probably just shred. Yeah, no, you're right. I think he will. I think he will shred. Honestly, he will shred in Turkey. And to me, like it seems like in England, all he wants to do is just fucking play Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't want to play fucking football. So maybe once he gets back to Turkey, gets that good, Turkish spices, those Turkish spices in him, it'll just invigorate that love of football back into him. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I'll definitely keep my eye on him for sure. It's just like to me is like the thing is with me, like he's not even old. Like he's only 32 years old. Like I think he can still do bits in the Premier League. You know what I mean? Ali Arsenal here says he can't play at the same rate he used to. He's been having back problems for a couple years, which sucks, but I hope he does great wherever he goes. No, I agree with you, man. Like I don't want to see him. I don't want to see his career go down the drain or anything like that. Like I said, like I have the utmost I do have the utmost respect for what he's done, but like I just think that he still has like a couple years, like a year or two that he could play at the Premier League level. Cause like you're right, like he can't play at the same rate as he used to, but I don't know. Like I think he's such a talented player on the ball. Like he's so great at just, finding like the next pass. Like his vision is so good. You don't really even need to be like pacey and shit. Like when you have those talents, you know what I mean? So like I said, like I'm not even here to like talk shit on him. Like I think he could still play at the Premier League level. I don't know if he just like that's the thing. Like I don't know if he wants to be like competitive anymore. Like if he still has, I don't know if he really still has a love for the game like in him. You know what I mean? Because like in my opinion, like he would want to make it work in the Premier League because that's definitely the most competitive league like in the world, 100%. You know what I mean? Like you have the most exposure, everything. So like that being said, like I'd think he'd want to try and prove himself at that stage, whether it be if things aren't working out at Arsenal. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a vendetta like with him and the coach. Like I don't know. Like maybe better than me, Ali Arsenal. Like you know what I mean? With like the coach vendetta. I think there's like something against him with like the coach or something. We got Fluffy in the chat. He's saying, I feel what you're saying though. You're saying it's a step down, but Ali is right. He's not the same player. What would you like to see him do? What would you like to see him do? Go to MLS or stay a little longer not playing at all or at Arsenal? Oh yeah. So yeah, to answer that question, I would rather him go to a different team in the Premier League, then go to the MLS and then end his career in Turkey. You know what I mean? Like I know that's like, further down the line, But I want to see him play a little longer in the Premier League because, like I said, like he's a player that I like. I like Ozil. Like I think he's great on the ball. I think he's his vision's amazing. I do like Ozil. But it's just something at Arsenal that isn't working out. So yeah, like to answer your question, Fluffy, like I don't want to see him at Arsenal anymore. I want to see him stay in the Premier League, but not at Arsenal if it's not going to work out for him. I really just want to see him play. And if he is going to play, I want to see him on the Premier League level because that's where it's the most competitive. It's the biggest test. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like Pogba, he isn't really looking good. Like, you know, I'm a United supporter. Like, I don't want to say this, but he isn't really looking the best at United and like in this Premier League side. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I think like I think just the competitiveness and like the pace and everything like caught up to him. I just want to see if the same thing would apply to like Ozil. You know what I mean? Because they're two players that have like um they've just been around for a while. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just want to see if he can like prove the haters wrong. You know what I mean? Because like I have talked shit on Ozil, and I want to see him go into a team and fucking get fucking 30 assists a year. You know what I mean? Or like I want to see him go off. You know, just to like prove me wrong. Just because I just like watching beautiful football at the end of the day, and it'd be a great story to hear like Ozil comes back from being benched for fucking almost a year at Arsenal and then lights it up. Like imagine Ozil like going to Tottenham or some shit and then or Chelsea and then like in like the fucking derby like shitting on Arsenal. You know what I mean? Like in like a CDM type of role or something. Like you know what I mean? So here we got these chats to catch up on. Fluffy says, where would you want to see him at the Premier League? Would you take Ozil at Man United? That's funny. Nah, I wouldn't take Ozil at Man United just because we already have like I think he would have to play he has to play at number 10. He could maybe play as like a 6, like a little more deep lying. Um if there was like somebody next to him, he could play like more like box to box, like not really deep lying, more box to box. If there was more of like a deep lying like defensive mid with him. I think it could work out, and then number 10 in front of him. But no, like I would want to see him at I wouldn't take him at United just because we already have like Bruno and like a bunch of other people that can play that role. And we have like Donny Van de Beek on the bench that's just like a fucking tragedy or what tragedy. I don't even fucking know the word. But yeah, I can't even begin to describe what's going on with that. But yeah, no. So I could see him going to, like I said, I could see him going to like a West Ham right now. Like I think like he would fit in perfect at like a West Ham because like the last game they were playing like Mark Noble or some shit at like Cam. You know what I mean? So like, and he's not a creative player, you know. So like, I think he could do bits at like a West Ham. Um, I think he could do bits at Leeds in front of Calvin Phillips. That kid that's like their CDM. I think he could do bits there. And like just being in a team like Leeds where there's like just fucking nonstop, just like players at high energy and pace just running around. You know what I mean? I think he could do bits there as well. Ali Arsenal says, I respect that. I hope he comes to the MLS, but it's a growing league, so competition is hot right now. If he wants to slow down his career, he'll go to Turkey. Yeah, no, and I agree. I think if he doesn't stay at the Premier League, I think he should definitely come to the MLS first. Um, yeah, no, I think he should come to the MLS first, like I was saying before. But yeah, without a doubt, um, him going to the Turkish league from Arsenal is definitely just a way to slow down his career. It's almost like hitting the retirement button. You know what I mean? And I think that would, in a sense, kind of be like just like cowardly almost, like to end your career like that because it's like you're ending your career. It's like you're retiring. That's what when footballers become older and shit, like that's how they like retire. They go back home to their like hometown and play for that club. Give them a couple years to go see them in person. You know what I mean? Like somebody that they watched on like an Arsenal when they were doing bits, or Real Madrid, for like Ozil's case. Um, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Ozil. Like I said, definitely a player I respect, but I don't want to see him leave the Premier League. I like just having as many big name players in the Premier League as possible, just to get the just keep the competition up. Competition for places, and it's just a good way. It's just good football to watch at the end of the day. So I'm gonna end the stream here, boys. Thank you for joining. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Um, Share this, comment. You know what I mean? If you had anything you wanted to say that you didn't get it in, comment down below. But yeah, it was nice talking to you guys for a little bit. And yeah, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in to Keep It Tickin' TV, and I'll talk to you guys later at 6 p.m. for the 6 p.m. stream. Peace.